Let's go straight into the game then. Game number 3 on Gaia between two mighty Zergs. There we go.
Honestly, even being a random player for so long was partially because I didn't want to play or pick Zerg because of Zerg vs Zerg.
Yep.
And when you go like back to early 2000, people were often kind of jerks. The community was less mature than it is now. So
wow, that's hard to imagine.
Well, so like being a race picker, that would just get you screwed constantly because people would be like playing tournaments against you and they would be saying that they're gonna play Zerg because they know that then you play Protoss, but then they end up picking Protoss and doing like 2-gate or whatever. So you get Protoss versus Protoss, and then if you
Wait,
want to remake the game, they will insist that you lost by leaving or whatever.
Wait, so there were no rules like you have to declare your race before the game?
No, not really. Not in the non-Korean scene back in 2000 or whatever.
Huh.
It was even a topic in the Scandinavian WCG semi or winner bracket finals in 2003 in the Swedish one.
Huh.
Remember tricking Daman, who were both like top Swedish players,
Uh-huh.
by
just telling him he was a different race?
yeah, well, because they were both race pickers.
Wait, but
And
you can see
Daman
what...
would, like, want to play Terran vs Zerg, for example.
Yeah.
But maybe not Terran vs Protoss. And then I think Trek did something like changing from Zerg to Protoss at the last second of the time.
Oh my
that was like
god.
one of the most important games for either player, like through their entire StarCraft careers.
Wait, but that's so dirty though, like the last second race change? Like surely that can't be allowed.
Well,
That's that's so dirty. Oh my
what you're gonna
god.
do? And the scene wasn't as professional, and you kind of need those scandals to realize the need for implementing rules.
Oh my goodness. Alright, well, it looks like we had a in-base 12 hatch here from Bakuryu, and I think this was like a 12 pull into hatchery here. It could have been an overpull. I wasn't actually paying attention. I was too enthralled by your hilarious stories.
It looks like something like that, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't an early pull. I don't think, or like, there's not gonna be any type of early Zergling damage dealt now, but I'm wondering how it's gonna play out with the advantage of taking the natural versus the advantage of making the second hatchery before the spawning pool.
Yeah. It's interesting because the in-base 12 hatch is something that like the Korean players did it for a little while, but pretty much stopped doing it because I think it was just inferior to just putting it at the natural if you had good enough link control. So this is something I think you pretty much only see from foreign players now, the in-base 12 hatch. And I guess we'll see how effective it's going to be. As you say, he's going to be at the gas deficit after a while. Obviously, eOnzErG not going to mine this natural gas for a little bit. So it's not going to matter, immediately, but it will in the long run.
Yeah, and you can already see that he has... Bakuryu has a better drone count already. I think it's 1 or 2 drones up.
Yep.
Maybe just 1. But 1 drone is pretty significant in CVC.
Indeed it is. His gas mining looks a bit wonky though. Look at this, the drone's like turning to the left.
Yeah.
Except,
I guess...
wait, not all of them. Wait, what? Wait, what is happening here? Wait, why?
I think he might be trying to re-glitch them sometimes.
Every third drone goes to the lair and then the other 2 go to the left one? Like, why? They're not even like conflicting with each other. Oh my god. Bird War, please, come on.
Well, this is another one of those mysterious things like the firebat damage. It hasn't been completely mapped out why it is like this, I think.
Oh man.
You can consider it the rustic charm of the game.
That is like the best way I've heard that put in a long time. The rustic charm of the game. Oh, let's see Bakuryu trying to fix it with his Spire, actually. He does actually fix it mostly, yeah. Nice. Rustic charm. Next time like I'm writing a computer program and it just doesn't work, I'll be like, it's just part of the rustic charm. It's like, I'm not a bad programmer, it's just the rustic charm of the code, man.
Well, it's a pretty good way of accepting any type of flaw in
Nice, nice.
Old things.
Oh wow, eOnzErG is doing a pretty cool wall here at his natural with an Evo and the Spire. He's walled off like the right side of the mineral line.
Yeah, and I also think it's kind of impressive because he probably hasn't practiced this precise wall on this map.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like improvising in a...
I mean, he can see Bakuryu's been massing a ton of Zerglings outside his base, and Bakuryu's actually going to go here. A second creep colony is actually morphing here. The Evo chamber was cancelled and now being rebuilt just to help block. And here we go, Bakuryu going in, but that is such a tight wall. I don't see this going too well for Bakuryu. The 3 drones even coming off just to make absolutely sure that no Zerglings can get through. The Sunken, though, does fall, and actually it looks like Bakuryu might barely make through. It's so close. It's going to be down to the last Zergling. Holy moly, 2 Zerglings to 1 left after all that carnage. I guess technically Bakuryu wins by 1 Zergling.
He has to make his drones in a natural mine again though, eOnzErG. Like, that's gonna be costly.
Oh, that's true. 2 idle drones there. It looks like a misclick on the minerals.
They are already back to work.
Alright, nice. And the 2 lings that Bakuryu does get through are taken down. Let's see, 20 supply to 22. Bakuryu has 2 mutas out. I believe eOnzErG went Scourge first. Yeah, he's got 1 pair of Scourge actually heading over. 2 mutas won't be able to micro against this. Oh, they're going to barely miss each other though.
He does have a 3rd muta though, so if he combines them before engaging, unless they just get one now.
Oh, not quite.
No. Looks good.
Nice. So
but yeah, like now you basically have the situation where eOnzErG is really vulnerable for a brief period of time. He doesn't have this full saturation yet, but his gas income is gonna be, well, twice that of Bakuryu's.
Yep. And I think that's part of the reason why he's making so many Scourge here. Obviously, Scourge, very low mineral cost, very high gas cost, so it's a good way to actually spend all that extra gas you're getting from the second geyser. But here we go. Actually, most of the Scourge, it seems, do not connect with Bakuryu's mutas. And Bakuryu going in, although it looks like not going to go in too far. I think he only had 1 muta advantage there, and now a whole bunch more Scourge coming in. Oh god.
And he also has some, like, 10 hit point mutas. Or 16.
Oh man.
Those 2 mutas would die against 2 Scorch hits.
But it looks like... Oh, wait. A Sacrificial Overlord coming out here. And there's like a very low HP Overlord. But Bakuryu's not quite getting it. He's actually going after the drones. And again, some more Scourge coming out. He's trying to micro. Again, remember, Bakuryu has the muta advantage. He just needs to avoid taking any Scourge hits. I don't think he actually took that one. I think he shot it down. So it's quite nice, but he can't actually kill this super low Overlord. Oh, he's going in once again. He's trying to run through the Scourge. Oh no.
Oh, that hurts. Now I think he's done for.
Bakuryu taking all the Scourge hits that time. He's only got 1 left. He can't even micro anymore. Gonna have to run away. Still no signs of taking that natural from Bakuryu. Bakuryu in a lot of trouble right now.
Like, unless he's able to do some type of crazy Zergling damage, which looks impossible. Because 12 Zerglings can't really do that much against 1 Sunken and 7 Lurklings.
Yep. Looks like he's actually pulling them back now, in fact. And whoa, a lot more Scourge connecting on Bakuryu's mutas here. Oh, doing a decent job of microing now, but he doesn't quite have enough. He takes another Scourge hit.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was fairly good micro, but it's just not really working with 2 mutas against 6 Scourge.
Interestingly, Bakuryu had... Oh, okay, now he's morphed a bunch of things. I was gonna say, he had like 450 minerals banked, presumably because he was too busy microing his mutas. But right now, he is looking pretty dead. He's just morphed a whole bunch of lings and he's got mutas flying into his base. I think this will probably be the end here for Bakuryu. He's even supply blocked as well.
Should end right now.
Bakuryu, he's going for the huge ling counter. Of course, Bakuryu, always the fan of the fantasy GG timing, will not surrender until the last man. The last Zergling must fall before he surrenders.
We shouldn't though. From his point of view, I have made stranger comebacks than this.
I think I've casted stranger comebacks from you than this as well. In like random TLS matches. Oh, here we go. You see, this is the start of the comeback. He's doing it. Can he kill all the stuff? Nah, there's a meter in the base. GG! eOnzErG
And
takes
I guess
down
that was
Bakuryu.
also a best of one game.
Yeah, that was
still best of one in the round of 16, right?
Indeed, it is. So, so Bakuryu is out, and eOnzErG goes through to the round of 8 in a pretty nicely played ZVZ.